Welcome to another episode of the UCLA Bruins Insider Podcast. As always, I'm your host, lead writer for UCLA on SI, Connor Moreno, and today we're going to have a special NBA Finals themed episode. Obviously, by the time you're listening to this, the first game of the NBA Finals between the Oklahoma City Thunder and Indiana Pacers has already finished. As that game happened Thursday, this episode will come out Friday, so I don't know the result to that matchup yet, but it's a good thing we're not going to talk about that. We're actually going to talk about, UCLA Bruin alumni that have been in the NBA Finals, and I have a pretty fun stat that we could talk about. We're going to go ahead and talk about, the Bruins that have been to the finals in previous years and which ones we think can win the next finals. So let's get right into it. Just that fun stat is, of the last 9 finals, this is dating back to 2016 and not including this year's finals, in 8 of the last 9 finals, a Bruin has won the title, actually. Not just appeared in it, won it, which is pretty cool. The only year that it didn't happen was in 2020 between the Los Angeles Lakers and Miami Heat. Not a single UCLA alumni was there. And obviously this year between the Thunder and the Pacers, there isn't a Bruin representative there. So and so starting in 2016, you had Kevin Love, then you had Kevon Looney. He went back-to-back in 17-18 with those Warriors. Those were his first few years in the league. And then in 2019, you had Norm Powell. And then, like I said, 2020, they didn't have a representative. In 2021, you had Drew Holiday. He won with the Milwaukee Bucks. He played for UCLA. 2022, the Warriors went back and won it. Kevon Looney was on that team. So Kevon Looney has 3 rings as a former Bruin. And then that was 2022. And in 2023 with the Denver Nuggets, you had Peyton Watson. That was his rookie year and his first NBA title. He won with Jokic and Watson. And then in 2024, Drew Holiday went back, which was last season. He made it to the Celtics in part of the Damian Lillard trade. So, 8 of the last 9, not including this year. And starting in 2016, a Bruin has won 8 of the last 9. And I thought it would be kind of fun. It's NBA Finals season. Let's go ahead and maybe kind of predict which former Bruin has the best chance at making it back there. And 8 of the last 9, I got that number because coincidentally, those are also the active players that have won a finals recently. So they're the active Bruins and the active ones that have won a finals. And obviously Kevin Love is going to be the oldest in that one. So let's get right into it. I'll start from the back. So unfortunately, Russell Westbrook does not make the cut. He is with the Clippers right now. I'm not too sure. I'm not with the Clippers. Sorry, he's with the Nuggets right now. And even though I'm going to have a Nuggets representative on this list, I don't think Russ honestly will contribute to any type of serious winning in the twilight years of his career, which obviously has been unfortunate. He was a Bruin great. He is a former MVP, and it's unfortunate. I mean, he had a decent year with the Nuggets. Playoffs was a little bit rough, but I just don't think that he's making it back to the finals. And obviously, I mean, if he finishes his career with the Nuggets, maybe he can. But even then, I'm not too sure if he's going to finish as a Nugget. So, the big name is out. Russell Westbrook is out. Number 3, I had Norman Powell. He's with the Clippers currently. I do think that towards the end of the season and entering the playoffs, many considered the Clippers, including me, considered them a top 3 team in the West. You could have argued that number 2 spot between them and the Nuggets. Obviously, the Thunder are the best team in the West. They made it to the finals. And Norm had an all-star level season. He had a great season. He was averaging 21, nearly 22 points per game. Many thought he was an all-star snub. I didn't typically think that, but he did have a very solid year with the Clippers. And the Clippers, they were a really good team. They just happened to be on the same bracket as the Nuggets and the Thunder, which that side of the Western Conference bracket was a gauntlet. So honestly, I mean, the way the Clippers are rolling out and the way this kind of back end of the Kawhi Leonard era is playing out, I'm not too sure if Norm will even be a Clipper, especially because he's 32. He's 32 years old. Um, he's extension eligible. Not too sure which is why the Clippers probably haven't offered him that extension. Not too sure if they want to tie up all that long-term money into a 32-year-old Norm Powell. And I mean, who knows? Maybe the Clippers will make a play for a higher salary this offseason, and Norm would have to be in that deal if they want to get it done. But yeah, regardless, I think he has the third best chance. This list is going to be 3 players. I think he has the third best chance of any former Bruin to go ahead and make it to not only make it, but like win an NBA Finals. I think he has a good chance. Which moves us on to number 2. And I told you that a Nugget was going to be on the list. I think Peyton Watson has the second best chance to win a Finals. And this is simply because he is teammates with Nikola Jokic. That's the only reason I think so. He's the best player in the world, arguably best player in the world, obviously was an MVP this season. But I do think that he still has that championship pedigree, and he has the ability to lead his team to the Finals. He was 1 game away from making it to the Western Conference Finals. And he took what looks like a just dominant Thunder team. He took that Thunder team to 7 games pretty much by himself. I mean, the Nuggets were super injured. MPJ was injured. Aaron Gordon was injured. Who knows how that series could have played out if they were all healthy. And Peyton Watson's going to be a part of that team for a very long time. I think he's a pretty solid rotation player. He fits well around Jokic. If he could become even not even substantially, even if like a marginally better 3-point shooter already with his defensive prowess, I think he could be a really, really good player to put around Jokic for the rest of his career. So that's why I do think that he has the second best chances as a former Bruin to win the next NBA Finals. And lastly on this list, I know I was talking about age with Norm Powell, but I think the former Bruin with the best chance at winning an NBA Finals the soonest is Jrue Holiday. He is obviously defending champion before these NBA Finals conclude. He still has that 2024 championship with the Celtics. And I still do think that he is amongst the best guards in the league that contribute to winning basketball. Obviously, he won in 2021, and when the Bucks traded him, that was kind of the beginning of their inevitable downfall. Well, I don't want to say it was inevitable, but looking back in hindsight, I don't think you want to trade Jrue Holiday because you trade him, and then immediately he turns around and wins a championship with the Celtics in his first season. So, and I still think he's that level of player. Obviously, the Celtics, Jason Tatum, he got hurt. He's going to be out for the majority of next season. And I wrote a story for UCLA Bruins on SI, kind of doing the same topic that we're doing right now, predicting. And I put a question mark next to his team, next to the Celtics, because he might not be a Celtic after this offseason. Celtics have a lot to look forward to in the mirror. They don't know, with the absence of Tatum for basically the better part of this entire next season and these second apron restrictions looming, they're going to have to get rid of some people. It's already been reported that they're going to be active on the trade market, and Jrue Holiday is probably going to be the person that makes the most sense for them to move, especially because he's still owed a lot of money. I mean, when he's 37, which is in a couple years, he's going to be making around 37 million or something like that. Right now he's making 32 or something like that. Still has a couple years left, and that number's only going to increase. And it just makes the most sense in this current iteration of the NBA, this era that we're in, the tax apron, second apron era. It just makes the most sense for them to move on. But the thing about that, and the reason I still have him as the most likely Bruin to be the next one to win an NBA Finals, is because, his market is going to be only contenders. It's been reported that the Mavericks are interested in him. It's been reported that the Clippers are interested in him. And those teams, I think, are fringe contenders right now. So adding Drew Holiday, he has that winning mentality. He has that just that pure, ability to increase the chances of winning on your team still. So I think he has the best chance, whether it be with the Celtics or without the Celtics. I still think that he's going to be contributing to winning for the next maybe 2 seasons. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. That was another episode of the UCLA Bruins Insider Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Connor Moreno, lead writer for UCLA Bruins on SI, and we'll see you tomorrow.